Hey there, Hillary. How are you? When are you going to show me the footage from your wedding? Haven't you gotten back some of the photos and videos from there yet? Come on, I really want to see how things are going. Sorry, you want to see the wedding? I don't really understand. Well, I just mean that your wedding is a special day, and I'd love to see the photos that you had taken there is all. There must be so many happy memories already, right? I'm sorry, but I think that you were the only one having fun. I mean, I really kind of wanted to know just what you were thinking. What do you mean? Did I do something wrong? I promise that I really have no idea at all about what you could be talking about. Are you telling me that I might have done something to spoil the mood of your wedding or something? You know what you did, Gretchen. You showed up to my wedding dressed up like you were ready to go to a funeral. You scared my grandma so much she actually fainted when she saw you. Oh, well, I really am so sorry for the mix-up. It's just that those clothes were the only dress clothes that I owned. I really don't think that's true. I think that you did that on purpose, but I don't get why. I think you might have done it just because you wanted to try and ruin my wedding. Oh, you mean it really was that obvious for you to figure out? Well, it really didn't take all that much to understand, thank you very much. And just what's wrong with me showing up to your wedding in funeral garb anyways, huh? Your wedding was so depressing, it might as well have been a funeral. But why would you do this to me? Do you really have such huge problems with me that you have to do this? I already told you that I don't approve of you marrying my son. You know exactly how I feel about you. My son deserves a much better, prettier, smarter woman in his life, not some selfish little brat like you. You aren't nearly good enough for him. Well, I'm sorry, but Robert chose me because he loves me. I don't think that you get to decide who's right for him. There you go again, talking back to me and forgetting your place. You really are a spoiled brat. Do you know that? Are you really saying that when you were the one who tried to ruin my wedding all because you have a problem with me? Because it wasn't just my family that you shocked. Even your own relatives were appalled at your behavior. What? You mean that they didn't think that it was as hilarious as I did? No, I don't think a single person at my wedding thought that what you did was funny at all, actually. Well, it doesn't really matter, but what does matter is that I'm your mother-in-law and you need to listen to me. My first order for you is to break up with my son and stay away from him forever. I'm sorry, but that's not going to happen. There isn't anything in the world that could break Robert and I apart. I see. Well, if this is the way that you want to do things, then I suppose you leave me with no choice. What are you talking about? What horrible plot do you have up your sleeve next, huh? Oh, nothing yet. But I'll just have to come up with something even more shocking and horrible. Something so incredible that it'll force you to run away and never come back. If you don't want to tell me what the problem it is that you have with me, that's fine. But just stay out of my relationship with my husband. You know, this is why I say that women just shouldn't go to college. You get one little degree and all of a sudden you think you know better than everyone else. Women like you get so prideful and then refuse to take no for an answer, even when it's their elders telling them. And that's the excuse you have for why you tried to sabotage my wedding with that little stunt that you pulled? Well, if no one else had as much fun as I did, that's their fault, not mine. I really just don't even know what to say to that. I mean, do you really not care that you were the only one laughing at my wedding? That's not true. There's a group photo that we had taken where everyone is smiling, don't you remember? I told you that there would be lots of photos to remember your special day. Oh, trust me, I won't ever forget this. Hey there, Hillary. Are you there? Do you have a moment to chat really quickly? I just wanted to make sure that you knew that next month was my birthday. Oh, really? I had no idea about that. Are you serious? Is that supposed to be some kind of a joke? Are you really telling me that you didn't even know your own mother-in-law's birthday? Well, I suppose I just never really even bothered to ask about when it was, so... I mean, do you have any idea when my birthday is? Of course I don't know when your birthday is. Why would I waste the precious space in my head with something like that? I don't care at all when you were born, and it doesn't matter to me in the slightest. But the fact is that I'm your mother-in-law, and you really ought to know this sort of thing about me. I see. Well, okay then, thanks for letting me know that, I suppose. You really are such a useless daughter-in-law. Do you know that? I mean, you really should have gone and looked this up yourself. I shouldn't be the one having to tell you all of this. I really am sorry for the confusion. I promise that I won't let it happen again, Gretchen. Is there anything that you would like to do for your birthday? Any plans that I can put into motion for you? Actually, yes, I have a whole list of things that I would like you to get ready for me, if you must know. And since it's my birthday, you should know that if even one little thing goes wrong, I'm going to blame it all on you for ruining my special day. I'll be sure to bear that in mind. Thank you for the warning. Do you mind if I ask who you were thinking of inviting to this? Well, I want to have my party on a Sunday, and you're to invite all of my relatives here. We're going to have enough food for everyone, plus a giant cake, so make sure that you have all that ready beforehand. I'm sorry, are you telling me that I'm going to have to put all of this together myself? Well, of course you are, unless you have a problem with that. If you really hate the idea of celebrating your mother-in-law's birthday that much, you can just say so. It's not that at all. I'll be sure to get everything ready in advance of the party. That's all that you should have said from the very start. Honestly, when are you going to learn? Again, I'm so sorry for not knowing better. May I ask what kind of food you wanted to have ready for the party? I was thinking of really going all out with the food. I want huge fillets of fish, premium cuts of steak, a cake from the nicest bakery in town, and anything else amazing that you can think of. Not only that, but I want to drive to all the farms in the state and figure out which have the best berries so that we can all eat those with imported gelato. Gretchen, this sounds like it's going to be a very expensive party. If you really want all that food and enough for everybody, you're going to need hundreds of dollars. Oh yes, I have the budget, and it's sitting just comfortably under $1,000, actually. But anyways, it's fine, because you're going to buy it all for me. Hold on a second, you're telling me that I'm going to have to be paying for all of this? Well, of course you are. After all, it's my birthday. You don't really expect the birthday girl to pay for her own party, do you? I'm sorry, but even if I could afford to, I really don't see how all of this is going to be less than $1,000 now that I'm adding it all up. How about you just think of it as a present for me? Does that make you feel better about it? Also, speaking of presents, make sure to go out and get me a really nice purse, too. You want me to buy you a purse on top of all of this? And just what kind of purse were you hoping to get? Well, I'm not going to accept anything less than $5,000. Do you understand me? So you want me to spend another $5,000 on you on top of all the party preparations? I really don't think that I'm going to be able to do that. I think I'll only be able to pitch in to buy the food for you. Oh, please, I know that you work for a really big company. Surely you must get paid quite nicely as well, right? I don't see why you would have any issue with spending $10,000 on a party for me. Well, I'm sorry that you don't see any problem with it, but I'm telling you that I have some major ones. What, you mean like being a no-good cheapskate? Are you really trying to ruin my birthday party so far in advance of when it is? I'm not trying to ruin anything for you at all, and I don't think that's a fair statement. I'm just saying that I won't be able to spend that much of my own money on your party. We're still recovering from the wedding and the move. I just can't afford another huge purchase like those right now. Oh, why don't you just come out and tell me the truth, huh? Why don't you just say that you don't want to do this for me because you hate me? Just admit that you're a cheap woman who hates her mother-in-law and would do anything to see her unhappy. You are really not being fair to me at all. But if you want me to help, then we are going to have to downsize your budget. And that includes settling for a cheaper purse as a present, okay? No, that isn't fair. If it's not a $5,000 purse, then I don't even want to have to look at it. If you keep trying to shoot me down like this, then I'm going to force you to break up with my son. You can't really think that you'd be able to break up Robert and I, right? You think I can't? I'll do whatever I needed to do to make sure that you two break up and never get back together. Unless you listen to me and do exactly as I say, that is. So why don't you go be a good daughter-in-law and just tell me what I want to hear? You really want to have that huge of a party then, do you? Well, okay then, it seems like you're really leaving me with no choice. But if we're going to do this, let's just have the party at someone's house, okay? Are you kidding me? You really are just trying to cut all the corners you can, aren't you? I don't want to have the party at someone's house. I want to go out to an amazing restaurant or rent out a ballroom. I am telling you that that is just not going to be feasible with how much money you're already wanting to spend on this. Can we please just have the party at your house? I know that you have plenty of room to host the crowd that you're hoping to have. Well then, fine. If you're saying that is what I have to do to have the rest of the party go smoothly, then I guess I can let this happen. But you should know that you're going to be in charge of cleaning everything up once it's all over. Got it? It's my party and I shouldn't be expected to have to do even an ounce of work for it. Oh, of course not. I would hate for you to get your hands dirty with your own party. You won't have to do a single thing. Perfect! Oh, I really just can't wait. This is going to be the best birthday party ever! Gretchen, can I ask why you thought it was appropriate to kick me out of your house? I went through all the trouble of getting everything ready for your party just as you asked me to. The least you could do is let me come back inside and enjoy it with everyone who's there. Are you crazy? You really think that I'm just going to let you into my house? This is my birthday party and you had the gall to show up dressed for a funeral. What is the matter with you, huh? I don't understand. Is there something weird about wearing funeral clothing to your birthday party? Of course there's something weird about it. This is a happy occasion. You should be wearing bright colors, not trying to bring the whole mood down. Well, I'm terribly sorry, but this was the only nice outfit that I could find when I got dressed this morning. I brought it over from my house to change into after I finished getting the food ready. You mean that you already showed up to my house in a different outfit and you changed into that on purpose? Why didn't you just stick to the clothes you were wearing? You have noticed that I'm not the only one to dress up like this, though, haven't you? I mean, don't you realize that everyone at the party is dressed as if they're going to a funeral? What in the world are you talking about? You mean that everyone is dressed just like you were? That's right. All your family is here in the hot, hot weather dressed in all black just to help you celebrate your birthday. But I don't get it. Why in the world is everyone dressed like that? What are they thinking? What in the world is going on here? I suppose that everyone else in your family only had one nice outfit to come in, just like me, and just like you, at my wedding. You should be grateful that everyone cared enough to come dressed up for you, though. Oh, come on, that's just ridiculous. Are you telling me that this is really just to get back at me for the way I was dressed at your wedding? I'm sure that I have no idea what you're talking about in the slightest. Give me a break. I know that you must have told everyone to come dressed up like this. Do they even realize this is all just part of a petty revenge plot? I'd be more worried about what you're going to do with all these people about to show up dressed just like me. Anyone who dares to show up to my party dressed like they're ready for a funeral is going to be turned away at the door. Well, then I suppose that means you're going to have a very lonely birthday party. Do you really hate all the black that much? You seemed to be having a blast dressed up like that for my wedding, remember? But this is my birthday. It's different. Today is supposed to be all about me. Don't you get it? Of course I do. That's why I invited everyone to come here just like you wanted. And I followed all your instructions about all the expensive food that you wanted me to get ready for your party. There's the fish, steak, fruit, and cake. It's all there just like you asked for. But I didn't ask for anyone to show up to my birthday party dressed like someone just died. This is supposed to be a day to celebrate me being alive. This is like the exact opposite. It's like everyone is just here to celebrate my dying. Well, that sounds to me like you have just a bit of an overactive imagination. I don't know if it's really all that bad. I mean, you do realize that everyone is here for your birthday, right? I thought that you'd be more excited to celebrate with everyone. Just admit it. Admit that this was all a plan that you came up with. Who's to say, really? Maybe we all just had the same idea and decided to come dressed like this. I don't believe this. This is just your way of saying that you wish I had never ever been born. You're horrible. How could you try and treat me like this on my own birthday? I didn't say anything like that in the slightest. Besides, if you weren't born, then I would have never met my husband. So I'm sorry, but I think that you're just projecting your own insecurities over this whole thing. How am I projecting anything when everyone is literally here dressed up as if someone has died? I just don't get why they would all do this to me. I suppose your family just knows how to play the long game. After all, no one went up to you and said anything when you showed up to my wedding dressed for a funeral. But it's only because we all knew that we'd have to get back at you another time. But this isn't fair. How was I supposed to know that what I was doing was wrong if no one told me to begin with? And either way, you still haven't excused yourself from being to blame for this. But I know that if I started crying and talking to people that they'd all go and change for me. Are you sure about that? I'm sure that there are some people in your family you could scare into doing that, but it certainly wouldn't be because everyone there respects you or anything like that. I knew that I should have never let my son marry you. It was a mistake ever letting you into my family. I should have kicked you to the curb the second I met you. Do you really dislike me that much, Gretchen? Am I really that awful to deal with? Because you should have known that I wasn't taking your crap because I'm weak. I just have more patience than you is all. So you admit it. You finally admit that you were the mastermind behind this whole plot to totally ruin my wedding. You might think that you've done something here, but you haven't done anything. I've known some of these people for over 30 years. No one from my family is ever going to betray me. Are you sure about that? Because we're all gathered outside here, so why don't you try getting people to change their clothes? I'm sure if you screamed at enough of them, they would go and put on normal clothes to help you celebrate. Well, maybe that is what I'll do. You give me just 1 second and I'll set this whole thing straight right away. We're all out here waiting. See you soon. Are you still getting ready to come out and talk to us? You do realize that all the food is outside, right? The only thing missing from the party now is you. I don't want to go outside, and I don't want to see any one of you ever again. Aw, what's the matter? I thought that you were getting ready to put us all in our place, no? Because we're still out here dressed in all black for your birthday. Nobody listened to me. I tried texting people. I even tried dragging people inside to yell at them one by one, but no one was listening to a word that I had to say. Wow, well, then I guess we really are doing something closer to a funeral than a birthday. But it isn't a funeral, and it is my birthday. This is ridiculous. How could you all do this to me? Well, it's only a funeral if the person we're all here to celebrate isn't here. If you came outside, though, it would be much more like a birthday, you know. You must think that you're just so funny for doing this, don't you? Well, I'm sick of this game. I just want everyone to go home already. I'm sorry, but you invited us all here for the party, and we're not going to go until it's over. Besides, there's still so much food to be eaten. And you think I'm going to come outside and help you eat? You think I have anything remotely close to an appetite right now? But I worked so hard to make sure that all the food that you wanted was here. And everyone is outside having a good time chatting. Someone even brought a boombox and is playing music. I hate my family for doing this. How could they all stab me in the back like this? Even my son is out there dressed in all black. Why did everyone come dressed up like that? It's because when you showed up to my wedding dressed for a funeral, you weren't just insulting me. You were insulting your son. And people did try to warn you and ask you to change. You were just too busy gloating to notice. But you told me that you were plotting this for so long. My whole family was preparing for this behind my back. Well, you should come outside now because this might be the last time you see some of these people. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a party to get back to. After that, people stopped inviting Gretchen to family gatherings, and nobody missed her at all when she wasn't there. Gretchen tried many ways to try and earn the trust of her family again, but it only ended in remonstrations from them as she tried to sneak into events. In the end, she realized that nobody wanted to deal with her any longer. She stopped trying to talk with anyone and became a recluse, barely leaving her home. The rest of the family was happy to see her go after all the horrible things she had done to others in the past. Oh, do you have some time now? There's something I want to talk about. Has lunch break started, or are you still working?
Yeah, I've got some time now. What's wrong, Mom? Is it an emergency?
You invited me over yesterday and cooked me dinner, remember? I wanted to tell you that your paella was the best among all the food you and your wife served me yesterday. Honestly, your wife isn't the best cook. I didn't know you could cook so well. Since when were you such a wonderful cook?
I've been learning how to cook from Amanda recently, so I'm becoming a better cook all thanks to Amanda. She's a wonderful cook in my opinion, and she's a great teacher as well. I'm glad you liked it, Mom. Thanks for the praise.
Oh. Let me guess, is Asuka forcing you to cook meals every day? Does she not know that you're tired from a long day of work?
No, she'd never do that to me. It's just that we have different responsibilities in the household. We divide the chores equally and help each other out when we're busy. We both cook for each other.
Don't tell me you're doing housework on a daily basis. Oh, I cannot believe it. How dare she make you do housework? You don't have to do anything in the house. I thought she had better manners than this.
Huh?
Housework is a woman's job. It's always been the responsibility of women since the old days, all right? So the only thing you have to do is earn money outside. Take some rest when you're at home.
No, both Amanda and I work outside and have a job, and even if Amanda was a housewife, I would have helped her with housework. We're a married couple, Mom. We have to support each other. She's not a maid. I'll do things myself.
Oh, Ko, you're such a kind gentleman. Oh, maybe a bit too nice. I bet Asuka doesn't make much money. Is there a point of her having a job? Are you sure you're doing okay? Isn't married life hard for you? I won't be surprised if you want to break up with her now.
I'm doing fine. Everything's going well. So don't worry, Mom. And Amanda's working really hard. She's working even harder than me to build her career.
Ko, listen, you shouldn't spoil your wife too much. It's important to give critical advice sometimes. You've always been a smart child, and you even graduated as a top student from high school, not to mention your university. You have a very high educational background, Ko, and now you work for one of the biggest corporations in the world. I'm very proud to have a son like you.
Thanks, but my educational background doesn't matter. We're equal in our relationship.
It does matter. Asuka hasn't even been to university. She's a high school graduate, remember? And she works for a company I've never even heard of in my entire life. There's no way she's earning a good amount of salary working at that company. There's a huge difference between you and Asuka. Are you being blinded by love? Open your eyes and accept the truth. You'll regret it sooner or later that you got married to her.
Mom, I honestly think you shouldn't judge people based on their educational background and career.
What are you talking about? Education and job careers are very important in life. It's pretty clear, isn't it? They're important factors that influence how happy you can be in life. Look, try comparing an employee working for a big corporation and a person with low income. Which do you think has a higher crime rate?
Are you talking about crime rates now? I thought we were just having a casual conversation. I think you're being too extreme, Mom. And intelligent people who work for big corporations can also commit crimes. You can't really judge people based on their intelligence. What's important is their personality.
Oh, Ko, you don't know much about the society yet. Well, you'll learn about how society works as you get older. There's no need to rush. I'll help you learn about this society. It's my responsibility as your mother.
Mom, Amanda's really great. I'm not trying to make her look good or anything, it's just the truth. I hope you can accept that.
Oh no, you're being brainwashed by her. Oh, I guess it's too late now. I always thought she was a bad influence.
I'm not being brainwashed. I'm completely fine. Don't blame her for everything. I really don't want you to say bad things about Amanda. She's my wife, and I love her. She's really important to me.
I'm not being mean, Ko. I just want her to be considerate about you and be more responsible in the household. She's your wife, and it's her responsibility to take good care of you. When I visited your house yesterday, there was some dust on top of the shelves, and the floor was also dirty. She needs to be more careful when she cleans the house. When I was her age, I spent hours and hours making the house spotless. Is she slacking off, Ko? Does she clean the house properly?
She does.
Then I guess she's either not working hard enough, or she's simply bad at cleaning and doing housework. She looks pretty clumsy and irresponsible, so it's not a big surprise.
She's trying her best, and I think she's doing enough.
I I don't think you can call that clean. She doesn't know what cleaning really is. Tell her to be more careful when she cleans next time. Cleaning requires some concentration. Should I train her to become a better housewife? I'm embarrassed to have a daughter-in-law like her.
It's my fault. I was the one who was in charge of cleaning that day. I wasn't being careful enough.
Ko, it is not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. It's Asuka's fault for letting me in without checking if you were done with cleaning. First of all, it should be her job to clean the house. Listen, Ko, you are the leader of the household. You don't have to do anything. You're just supposed to be there. I can't believe she's forcing you to help her with housework. Don't worry, I'll do something about it right away.
No, Mom, you don't have to do anything. It's our problem. We agreed to divide the chores equally.
Don't worry, just leave it to me. I'm just going to help you have a happy married life. It's my job as your mother. Relax and just trust your own mother. I'll teach her how to be the best housewife. Asuka, can I talk to you for a moment? Good morning. How are you doing? Thank you for visiting us the other day. I hope you enjoyed our meal. Are you doing okay? What's wrong? I heard that you've been making Ko do housework. What are you thinking? I thought you knew better than this. I'm not exactly making him do it. It's just that we have our own roles in the household because we're both busy with work. We made this rule when we got married. Excuse me, are you talking back to me? Stop this nonsense now. What? I'm telling you to stop making my son do housework. He shouldn't be doing anything in the house. He is tired from a long day of work, don't you understand? Let me tell you something then. Women are in charge of doing housework. It's our responsibility. But it's the rule. We decided this rule when we got married. My husband also agreed. I don't understand why we have to change it now. We're both happy with it. So what? Ko should not be helping you with housework. Even if I do tell him that he won't have to do housework, I think he'll voluntarily help me. It's just how he is. You should know his personality very well. Ugh, you really lack consideration. Can't you use your brain? It's simple. Just finish all the housework before my son can offer you help. I don't think I can do that. I have a job and I can be really busy sometimes. I don't care. Arrange your schedule and make some time to finish housework. You're a responsible adult. You should be able to plan things ahead. This is not a request. It's a demand, okay? I don't care if you can't do it. You just do it, understood? I'm saying this as your mother-in-law who agreed to let you marry my son. Make sure you keep this promise. You will never make my son do housework. So, do you understand? Yes, I understand. All right, good. I'll visit your house tomorrow to check if you're keeping your promise. Tomorrow? That's a bit too sudden. I thought you had a day off tomorrow, Asuka. I have to check if you're doing housework properly. You might slack off if I wasn't there to supervise. I'm also interested to see how you do housework every day. Check if you're doing it in the proper way. I'll train you if you're not doing a good job. Okay. I will never allow my son to help you finish housework. You do everything alone, understood? Even if my son offers you his help, make sure you refuse. My son is too kind sometimes, and I don't want you to take advantage of his kindness. Okay. I think I told you this when you got married to my son, but I'm against the fact that you also work outside. What's the point of you having a job? My son is earning enough. It's more than enough to cover your living expenses. I really cannot understand why you have a job, not doing any housework at home. It's clearly more important to keep the house clean and to cook for your husband than to meaninglessly work every day. I'm not just working for money. I have my own reasons. I like my job. I enjoy my job. That's why I work. Then why not perfect your job at home as well? If you like working so much, how about you do housework properly? At least you can do that for my son who's letting you do what you want to do outside. Can't you be more considerate of my son? I feel so sorry for my son. And when are you planning to give birth? Do you not plan to give birth to my grandchild? Time is limited. Are you planning ahead? It's not like that. We still haven't decided.
You don't have a child yet. You have plenty of time to do housework, no? Once you get pregnant, you'll be unable to work anyways. And once you give birth, you'll have to look after your child. It's impossible for you to continue working at the same time. You'll eventually have to quit your job and support your family as a housewife at home.
I won't quit my job even after I give birth. I'll just take a paid leave temporarily.
Then who's going to look after your child when you're at work? It's impossible to work and look after your child at the same time. Which is more important to you, your child or your meaningless career?
I'll look after my child with my husband. It's possible if we work together. And it's about our child. It's our problem. So I don't think you have to be worried so much. We'll figure things out as a couple.
Are you serious? Oh, you must be so dumb. My son already has a huge responsibility to earn enough money and to support the household financially. He wouldn't have enough time to spare looking after the baby. He's already busy enough. He also has to help you with housework once you get pregnant and give birth to the baby. You can't ask for more.
I'm not planning to go back to work as soon as I give birth, of course. I'm taking a paid leave for some time.
So I'm telling you, it's best if you just quit your job. Don't you understand? Looking after your child until your child grows up to be an adult requires a lot of time and effort. Your paid leave will never be enough. Looking after your child is harder than you think. You should plan out your future better. If you're out working, you'll never be able to take care of your child properly.
I'm not pregnant yet, so let's calm down, okay? We don't have to rush. It's not like we have to decide everything now. We have plenty of time to prepare. And things might be different in the future. Our plan is prone to change. I'm just telling you, our plan as of right now, it might change in the future.
Your plan and vision for your future is just haunting. I don't think it's going to go well at all. I feel sorry for Ko. He really deserves a better wife than you. I think you have a lot to learn as a wife, Asuka. You're in no state to be called a wife. I'll teach you everything you have to know to be the perfect wife starting tomorrow. Get ready for some hard training. Asuka, stop playing around. You can't be serious.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Didn't I teach you all the necessary skills to complete all the housework perfectly the last time I visited? But look at what you managed to do. You haven't done anything properly. It clearly means that you haven't been paying attention at all. I am very disappointed in you.
Excuse me? May I ask where you are right now?
At your house, obviously. Are you so dumb that you can't even figure out where I am? What? Why are you at our house? Did my husband let you in? I'm a bit confused here. Why would my son be at home to let me in? He's at work. You should know that as his wife. I used the duplicate key to get in.
I don't remember giving you one.
I got it made a while ago so that I can check on you regularly. I'm too worried to have my son living with such an irresponsible wife.
I see. I hope you could ask for our permission. It's our house, you know.
Going back to the topic, you're doing a horrible job. You haven't been doing housework properly at all. Look at your awful cooking and all the dirty floors. Can't you at least cook and clean properly? Oh, I feel so sorry for my son. He has to come back to such a filthy environment every day after work. I dumped all the dishes you prepared. You haven't even finished making some of them. Do it all over again and do better next time, okay? I can't approve of you as my son's wife if you don't improve.
I have something to tell you. I think you should tell all of this to my husband. He was in charge of doing the housework today. Is that all you wanted to say? I'm going back to work now. I am very busy today.
Huh? Wait a minute, I'm not done talking. What do you mean my son was in charge of housework? Don't tell me you've been making my son do all the housework. You're making no sense. Didn't I tell you not to make my son do housework? I've been telling you so many times that it's your job as a wife.
Well, he's been doing housework for me recently. He's in charge right now.
How can you be so cruel? I cannot believe it. I understand now. You've been pressuring my precious son like this to do housework, correct? You wicked soul, such a horrible wife. Get a divorce with my son. Right now, I can't hold it any longer.
My husband allowed me to tell you the truth, so let me tell you something very important. My husband doesn't have a job now.
He doesn't work out, so he stays at home now and does the housework for me when I'm out working.
What?
A few months ago, he started getting mentally ill, and it became very difficult for him to continue working. He's been visiting the hospital for mental support for a while now. Now he's feeling much better and recovering little by little, so he volunteered to do things around the house when he's feeling okay.
What are you saying? Stop all this nonsense. There's no way my son quit his job. You don't make any sense. He works for one of the biggest corporations in the world. Why would he quit such a prestigious job? He worked so hard to get there.
The bigger the company, the bigger the pressure, the busier it gets. It's definitely not an easy job to do. He got tired, a bit too overwhelmed that he was unable to cope with it any longer.
Stop lying! You're making everything up! If my son is jobless, why isn't he home right now? Where can he be? You better tell me more believable lies next time.
He's at the supermarket now to buy some groceries. He told me he'll be home shortly once he's done with the shopping.
I know you're just trying to make me believe in your ridiculous stories.
You told me that I haven't finished making some of the dishes and just left them out. Do you remember telling me that? I assume that you saw the pot on the stove with some ingredients in it, and that's why you thought I couldn't even cook properly. But think about it. Do you think I would leave it out on the stove when I have work to do outside? Why would I do that?
You can be very irresponsible sometimes. It wouldn't be a surprise if you just left it there. I guess you forgot to put it back in the fridge before leaving for work.
Oh, please, I'm more responsible than that. My husband needed to go buy some additional ingredients while he was cooking, so that's why the pot was left on the stove. And please, get out of our house right now. Please leave.
I have to make sure you're telling the truth, not just making up stories to get off the hook. I'll stay here until my son gets home from the supermarket.
My husband just started to feel better recently. He just recovered from his mental illness. I don't want him to deal with you and your thoughtless comments when he just started recovering. It's not the right time to do that, so please go home. We'll arrange a date to talk about everything when he gets better.
How dare you demand something to your mother-in-law? Who do you think you are? I'm never going home until I see my son. I can't trust you. I have to hear it directly from my son to find out the truth.
I'll make sure to ask my husband to contact you later, so please go home. Or else I'll call the police that someone is trespassing onto my land using a duplicate key I never allowed you to make. I'm not joking. I'm ready to call the police anytime.
You! I am Koichi's mother. I'm not trespassing.
If you really love your son, please go home. It's just not the best time to talk to him. If you can't listen to what I say, I have to take the necessary steps as well. We might have to reconsider how we deal with you in the future. Please understand that you will no longer be able to have a nice relationship with us.
It's all your fault. Everything is ruined because of you. My son changed after he married you. You took away my precious son. I shouldn't have approved you to marry my son. He shouldn't have married such a vulgar woman like you. Get out of his life, you wicked soul. Get divorced with my son. Go to hell. You don't deserve my son. My son doesn't need you in his life. You're a burden. You'll ruin his life. Oh, I'm sorry I entered your house without your permission. I did it with the best intentions. I regret doing so. I'm very, very sorry. I'll never do it again. So please don't ignore my messages. We'll get over this together, okay?
Mom, you're a criminal. You made the duplicate key without asking us. That's clearly a crime. You should be thankful that we didn't call the police on you.
Ko, I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. I thought Asuka was lying. I just wanted to make sure you were happy.
I can't tolerate it anymore. You're meddling with our business and blame Amanda for everything. It's too much, Mom. I really don't want you in my life anymore. I don't think you're a good influence.
Don't say something so mean. I was just trying to help you have a happy married life. I did everything for you.
For me? Mom, I don't think so. You're just taking advantage of me and using me as a tool to brag to others.
You changed a lot after you married Asuka. From my perspective, Asuka is a bad influence in your life. You used to listen to everything I say when you were younger.
I'm telling you to not badmouth Amanda. You're blaming her again. I never told you this, but I always hated your personality, Mom. You hysterically cried and yelled at me when I got worse grades, blamed me and forced me to stop playing with my friends because they were a bad influence in my life. You even threatened me that you'd kill yourself if I didn't get in the company you wanted me to get in, remember? I had enough. It's my life, it's my choice. Leave me alone. Get out of my life. Don't get involved with my life anymore. Please.
But didn't you benefit from listening to your mother? You were able to succeed in life thanks to me. You used to enjoy high status in society until you married Asuka.
I never wanted high status. I wasn't happy at all. Every day was hell. It was so hard for me every day. I started working at a company I never wanted to get into and got mentally ill. I tried to cope with it and overworked myself until I reached the limit. I finally realized what I really wanted to do in life after meeting Amanda. She's my savior in life.
Everything would go well if you follow what I tell you. You have to trust me, Ko. Think about it. Your life has been going really well. Until you met Asuka. She's the reason why you got mentally ill. It's all her fault, that witch. She ruined everything.
What did you say? Have you been listening to me? Shut up, you hag. I've had enough.
What? Did you call me a hag? How dare you call your mother like that? See, you're being influenced in a very negative way by Asuka.
Stop insulting my wife. She's been protecting me from your pressure. She's been a shield for my mental health. Amanda is the most important person in my life. I'm breaking relations with you, Mom. I can't endure it anymore. Don't visit us. Ever again.
Wait, Ko? Please listen to me. I'll be there right away. I'm on my way to your house. If you don't let me in, I might do something really awful.
Hello, it's Asuka texting. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I wanted to talk to you.
You witch! Demon! Give me back my precious son! He changed so much after meeting you. Give me back my son! He used to be a very honest and kind boy. You changed him entirely.
You're the one who looks like a demon to me. Please free my husband. He's suffered enough.
What are you saying? Stop talking nonsense. You're going to break up with my son, and everything's going back to the way it was.
Do you still not understand what we've been telling you? Both my husband and I are going to break relations with you. We'll be strangers once everything settles. I think my husband has been telling you this so many times.
If you ignore my messages, I'll go to your house. I'll do anything to separate my son from you. If he refuses, I'll drag him home. You're such a bad influence. I have to take my son back from you right away.
I don't mind. You can come to our house any time. But you'll never meet your son. We've already moved. You won't find us there.
What?
We've been planning to move, and we finally got to leave that house. My husband told me he wanted to keep a safe distance from you, so I thought it might be best if we moved.
Are you serious? Did you both actually move without telling me? You both were at home yesterday. How can you move in such a short period of time?
We got really scared when you got in with the duplicate key. So we decided to move out right away. It's not safe to live there. We've already started packing, so it wasn't so hard to move ahead of schedule. We didn't have much furniture either. We only brought our bed, fridge, and sofa with us to our new home. We asked our friend who had a license to drive large trucks and got some help when we moved. So now we're all done with the moving. It's like we snuck out so that we wouldn't get caught. It's as if we're in a drama or horror movie, don't you think?
It's not funny. What a rude joke. Where did you move to? What's your new address?
Why do you think we'll ever tell you that? We moved so that you'll never be able to visit us without our permission. We'll have to move again if we tell you where we live.
I am Ko's real mother.
Yes, I know that. So what?
What am I supposed to do in the future? My husband passed away long ago, and I'm all alone. Who's going to take care of me when I get older? Isn't it your responsibility to look after me?
That's none of our business. I think it would be best if you start preparing for your future. You're still able-bodied. You can do things for yourself. It's not too late to start preparing now. Don't worry too much about your future.
Asuka, you're going to regret this.
I bet you're the one who's regretting all your life choices.
Don't you want to get approval from your mother-in-law? I still haven't approved of you as my son's wife. If you tell me your new address now, I won't make you divorce my son. It's your last chance.
I've always been wondering, but what power do you have over me? Would I benefit if you did approve of me? What's the point of getting your approval?
You can't make me divorce my husband. You don't have the power to do so.
I guess you're trying to threaten me, but it's not working.
So you don't care about me anymore? You don't care about what awaits in my life? You won't feel anything if I lived a poor life and eventually ended my life? Is that what you're saying? You're so heartless you won't feel any sympathy towards me, correct?
Yes, that's right. I don't care about what awaits in your life or how you might end your life. And to make things clear, my husband thinks the same.
There's no way Ko would think like that. He's a very considerate boy. He loves his mother, unlike you.
I won't stop you from being all delusional. It's up to you.
Asuka, listen. Ko is my only family left. He's the most important person in my life. I can't lose him. How can you do something so horrible to me when I am begging you for mercy? You're separating mother from son. You can't be so heartless, can you? If I lose my son, it's as if my life ended. I have no hope in life without him. I can't find the meaning of life. There's no point in being alive.
Oh my, that must be hard for you. But I'll never tell you where we live, so I kindly ask you to stop asking or trying to find out where we are. We'll no longer reply to any messages you send us, and we'll never contact you ever again. It was a short period of time, but thank you for everything. I wish you the best of luck for the rest of your life. Goodbye.
Wait, please wait. I'll apologize. I'm very sorry for what I did, so please don't break relations with me.
It's too late.
I'll apologize to Ko as well. I'll apologize for everything I did to him, every suffering I caused him. I won't blame him for quitting his job. I'll be a supportive mother. I'll also approve of you as my son's wife, so please.
My husband has been manipulated by you for his whole life, unable to make his own decisions, although it's his life. I've been tolerating your bullying since I got married to him. I think we've both had enough. And you even entered our house with a duplicate key we never allowed you to make. Can you imagine how scary that is? That was really the last straw. It's disgusting, honestly, even if you were my husband's mother. I can never forgive you for what you did. There's no way I can trust you anymore. I can't tolerate you being bossy, too. You think you're the one who has to approve of me? You're clearly looking down on me.
But I'll never do anything like that. Believe me, I promise. I will never cause you trouble. I'll be a supportive mother-in-law from now on. Please don't break relations with me. My son is my everything. He's my treasure and the meaning of my life. Don't take him away from me.
But your son is the one who wants to break relations with you. If you love him so much, how about you respect his decision? If you somehow manage to find our new home and trespass into our house ever again, we will definitely call the police this time. I am dead serious. Please let us live a happy and calm life. That's the least you can do for your son after all the suffering you caused him. I feel so sorry for my husband to have a mother like you. Since then, my mother-in-law kept on texting us and trying to get in contact with us, but we never replied and ignored all her messages. A few days after that, both my husband and I changed numbers, so there's no way for her to find us now. We're finally enjoying a peaceful life free from her. It was pretty frustrating to change our phone numbers just for her, but we knew we had to do it to make her give up on trying to get in contact with us. We can't leave any clues for her. Even if she ever managed to figure out where we lived, we moved to a mansion with a very reliable security system, so I doubt she'll be able to enter the building in the first place. If she enters our home without permission ever again, we will definitely call the police on her next time. She can't just come in just because she's related to us. It's a violation of privacy. I don't know how she's doing now after we broke relations with her. I bet she still hasn't recovered from the shock of not being able to see her beloved son ever again. She might have really loved her son, but her form of love was too suffocating for him. He's been suffering under her high expectations and pressure. I can't imagine her regretting what she did to her son because she seemed to be justifying all her actions that they were all out of love. But I do hope she learns from her mistakes and feels the pain my husband has been going through all these years.
Now that my husband has broken relations with his mother completely, I think he really changed for the better. He looks very positive and excited to start his life anew. He's finally free from all the restrictions and stress his mother gave him. I'm really happy to see him healthy, both physically and mentally. He rarely visits the hospital now, and his mental health is almost completely recovered. He's started studying to get a license required for the job he always wanted to work. And he's taking steady steps to get a new job. I always tell him not to overwork himself, but it makes me happy to see him working hard towards his goal. He looks livelier than ever. I will continue to support him during his hardships, and he'll support me when I'm having a hard time. We'll both take great care of each other and fulfill our responsibilities as each other's partners. We will continue to respect each other and accept our differences to become an ideal married couple.
Hey Viv, I heard you're not coming back for summer vacation. Is it true? Are you really that busy with work?
Hey Mackenzie, yeah, I'm afraid it's true, sis. I did my best, but I couldn't get any time off. My company makes a big song and dance about being pro-family and personal life, which of course means employees with kids get priority on time off. I'm single, so there was no chance I was gonna get the highly contested summer vacation slots.
Oh, I see. That's a shame. There was somewhere I really wanted to go with you. There was a movie I wanted to watch with you too.
Sorry, for every day we don't get to spend together on summer break. I'll make up for double later on when I can finally get some time off. Let's watch the movie then.
Who knows when that's gonna be? Besides, I have school on weekdays.
Right, of course. Not only that, but you have a tons of exam this year, right?
Sure, it's not a big deal though. I could always take some time off from school, if you catch my drift.
No way, your exams are important. Oh, that reminds me. Did you decide which college you want to go yet?
Not yet.
What? But you're in your last year of high school. You don't have forever to make your decision, you know. This is very much a boat that can't be missed. You have to decide soon, sis. You're the sharpest cookie there is. Surely you could get into any college you set your sights on.
That's not true at all.
I love your humility, sis, but you're totally a genius. You got some of the best mock exams results in the school. I bet you'd blow me out of the water. I hardly remember any of that stuff. Math formulas, algebra, calculus, ugh, my brain hurts just thinking about it.
It's hardly something I feel like going around bragging about. You're the amazing one, Viv. I think you're way more impressive than me.
No, that it's a competition. But what makes you say that?
The fact that you had the inner strength to start working the moment you graduated high school, despite having just lost mom and dad in the accident, was nothing short of amazing to me. You might have only been flipping burgers at Peep Donald's, but you were my lifeline. I know it was you who carried on paying for my lessons with the private tutor. I could have cried when I found out. I think you're amazing, and I'm so grateful to have you. You're the best big sister on the whole planet.
Whoa, Mackenzie, are you feeling okay? Did you hit your head? It's not like you to praise me.
Fine, I'll stop if you're gonna be like that.
Sorry, sis, I was just kidding. I'm so happy you think that about me, but I still have a long way to go. To tell you the truth, I wish we could live together. But things are so tough on my end right now that I had no choice but to leave you with Aunt Petunia. If you ask me, I'm not living up to my role as your big sister at all.
That's not true. You're doing great. I wish we could live together too. I'd move in with you right now if I could.
Be careful what you wish for. You'd probably be miserable if you lived with me as things get stand. My apartment, and I hesitate to call it that, is a single room in a company-mandated dorm. It's so cramped even a hobbit would find living here difficult. Not only that, but I work such crazy hours that I'm home late pretty much every night. Even if you lived with me, we'd hardly ever see each other. I'm barely even finding time for the housework these days.
I'd do it. I don't care if it's cramped either. Not if I could be with you.
Surely it's better for you to be living at home with Aunt Petunia, at least for now.
I am in high school, you know. I hate the way you treat me like I'm a kid all the time.
But you're 5 years younger than me, and I do remember you being a literal kid, so you can hardly blame me. In my mind, you'll always be 11 years old.
Stop thinking about me like that. I'm 17 now, and I'll be 18 in a few months.
Right, that's true. I guess you're right. It's not fair of me to treat you like a kid forever. I just can't believe how fast you're growing up. If I'm honest, I think part of me struggles to let go of the old you. But I have to accept that before long, you'll be out there facing the big wide world too. Can you believe it's been a whole 5 years since Mom and Dad passed away in the accident?
I know, it still doesn't feel real.
It's this weird, inexplicable mixture of feeling like both a lifetime and like it barely happened 5 minutes ago.
I know exactly what you mean.
Don't worry, sweetie. I'll make sure I'm back for your birthday and the anniversary of the day we lost Mom and Dad.
Okay, thanks. Then there's our plans for summer break.
Oh yeah, that too.
I know how forgetful you can be, so I'm gonna remind you every week.
You really don't have to do that. I'll remember, I swear. For the time being, I want you to focus on your studies like your exams are the only thing in the world that matter. We can enjoy our time together once they're out of the way. Oh yeah, and don't forget to decide soon which college you want to go as well. Don't worry about tuition fees. If you have your heart set on someplace, we can make it happen.
Viv, are you sure about this? Are you really sure I can go to college?
I already told you like a million times over. Of course you can. Why do you think I'm putting in all this overtime of work lately? You better hurry up and choose a good one. Otherwise, it's all gonna have been for nothing. Oh crap. Sorry, sis. My break ended 3 minutes ago. Gotta go.
You're at work? Sorry.
It's cool. I was on my break anyway, so I am glad we got to talk. Catch you later. Hey, Aunt Petunia. I just sent over this month's private tutor fees and everything I saved up to cover Mackenzie going to college. I was super nervous transferring that much money in one go. Would you mind checking it went in?
Hey there, Viv. As always, thank you so much. Affirmative. I'll check in the next hour and get back to you.
Cool, thanks. There was something about Mackenzie I wanted to discuss with you actually. How's she doing these days?
Huh? She just seems like her old usual self to me. Nothing out of the ordinary. Bright, bubbly, energetic, and a royal pain in my butt.
I see. I'm pleased to hear that. It's just that I kind of feel like she seems a little down lately. She told me she still hasn't decided on a college. She doesn't have much time. She'll be done with high school before long, and I'm really worried she's not gonna make it.
My husband and I haven't noticed anything out of the ordinary, sweetie. I've got a pretty good idea what's going on, though. You know how much she adores you. Surely she's just sulking because you won't come home to see her?
Ah, I see. Right, that does make sense actually. It's funny on the one hand, she demands I stop treating her like a kid, while on the other, she sulks like a spoiled child when she can't get her own way.
Let the princess have her mood swings and don't be such a spoil sport. You're the only close family she has left. She thinks the world of you, so it's only natural she'd be desperate to see you. You did move out of the family home the moment you graduated to start working, after all. I don't know if she lets you know it, but not having you around has been hard on her. So off you went, you flew the nest and spread your wings, and she stayed behind on her own with us. Of course, we all love her, and I treat her like my own daughter, but we are ultimately just relatives. Even though we are all here for her, I still get the impression she feels lonely and isolated sometimes.
I wonder if it would have been better if she'd just have lived with me from the get-go.
Come on, Vivian, be real here. That was unrealistic back then. Oh, yeah. Have you told her yet that you want her to move in with you once she graduates high school?
No, I haven't said anything yet. I'm keeping it quiet for the time being. If I told her now, I think it might impact her choice of college, and I can't bear the idea of jeopardizing her future just so she can move in with me. I'm waiting for her to make her mind up right now. If her choice of college happens to be near my workplace, I'll invite her to live with me. But if it doesn't, I'll let go of the idea. Her future has to be our #1 priority.
I get the impression her desire to be close to you is a lot stronger than any feeling she has towards college.
Yeah, you're right, but that's exactly why I'm holding off. Look, it's still early days. Maybe once she gets to work on actually looking for a place, she'll find a college she wants to go to more than she wants to live with me.
That's a big maybe, and let's face it, she's not the only one who feels that way, is she? You want to live with her, too. That is why you've been saving up to buy a nice, big, spacious apartment with room for you both to live in without driving each other crazy, right? It'd be a shame to see all of that hard work wasted. The thought of you ending up living separately, or, God forbid, in different states, is genuinely a sad one.
I feel you, but it wouldn't be fair of me to decide her future based on my feelings. I'm sorry to trouble you with this kind of thing all the time. We'd be lost without you, Aunt Petunia.
Don't be silly. What kind of a person would I be if I hung my late brother's orphan little girls out to dry? Me and my husband think of you both as our daughters. But, you know, Vivian, I can't help but wonder whether Mackenzie really will end up going to college.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Think about it. What did her big sister, who she admires and looks up to more than anyone in the world, do? You found a job as soon as you graduated high school, because you didn't want to be a burden on anyone. It wouldn't be that surprising if she said she wanted to do the same thing.
Sure, it's true I didn't want to be a burden on anyone, but I also suck at academic stuff. Mackenzie's a smart cookie with a genuine shot at making it far in life. She's so clever she could go into any industry she wants.
Listen, Vivian, I'm not saying you're wrong, but I do think you should be a little more considerate of how your sister feels about all this.
How she feels? What do you mean?
Remember back when you had your finals coming up and my husband kept pressing you to decide which college you wanted to go to? You ignored him and decided to go your own way by getting a job instead. I'm not saying what you did was bad. In fact, I think it's great you chose your own life path instead of having it decided for you. But you should understand there's a chance Mackenzie feels exactly the same way as you did back then. Mackenzie is ultimately her own person with her own thoughts and feelings. Besides, there are a lot of people who decide to go to college later in life these days. If you think about it, 18 is a young age to be making a decision with such enormous, far-reaching implications on the rest of your life.
You make a strong case.
Sorry for going on at you, sweetie, but the point I'm trying to make here is that college isn't the only choice she has.
But I've been working so hard to save up the money for her tuition fees all this time.
And I think that's amazing. The fact that you did that for your little sister is admirable and deserves nothing but respect. But if Mackenzie decides on a different path, instead of repudiating it, I think you should keep an open mind and be considerate towards what she decides she wants her future to look like. Think about it. Do you regret not going to college?
Of course I don't.
Exactly. I think Mackenzie would really appreciate it if you showed a little more understanding towards what she wants, not just what society expects of her. Don't worry, sweetie, you're both still young. The pair of you are brimming with potential and possibilities. You can be whatever you want to be, and I'm confident that whatever happens, things will work out.
Okay, you're right. I'll try to be a little more considerate towards Mackenzie's feelings. Thank you.
Take care of yourself, sweetie. I look forward to hearing from you again.
I will. You too. Hey, Mackenzie, what's going on? I just heard from your friend Anastasia. You didn't show up for today's mock exam. Is everything okay? Are you sick?
Yep, I didn't go.
Why not? What's going on?
It's fine.
It's so not fine. Are you going to tell me what's going on or not? Anastasia was so worried about you. You didn't even message her.
She doesn't need to worry about me, so chill out.
Excuse me?
I'm not going to college. I'm gonna find a job as soon as I graduate high school, just like you did. I can't bear the idea of making you suffer so much by doing all that overtime to put me through college when I'm not even that interested in going.
What are you talking about? I'm not suffering, Mackenzie. I'm doing it because I want to. How many times do I have to tell you you don't have to worry about me?
If I go to college, you'll have to shell out even more money. So much that it'll make the private lessons I've been having all this time look like a drop in the ocean. We're talking tens of thousands of dollars here. I can't have you throwing all that money at me on my conscience. I want you to stop living for me and start living for yourself. Spend your money on you for a change.
No way. You're going to college. I already sent your tuition fees. Aunt Petunia told you, didn't she? About how I finally got done saving and sent her the money. You're ready to enroll, sis. That's why everything you just said is nonsense. Your college fund is a done deal, dealt with, past tense. I don't have to live below my means now. And I don't have to do crazy amounts of overtime anymore. I can live for myself, just like you said.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
Huh? You don't know? Hang on a second. Have you still not heard? Aunt Petunia said that she told you the other day.
I haven't heard anything. Besides, she's the one who's always telling me to stop being a burden on my big sister. She says all I bring you is suffering.
Huh? What the hell? No, really? What the hell?
She constantly harps on at me about how I need to get a job, how what I'm doing is wrong, and that I can't spend my life leeching off of others. She said if I went to college, you'd have basically no life of your own for the next few years, 'cause you'd always be working to look out for me.
That's not true at all. I found work and saved up your college fund as quickly as I could, precisely, so you wouldn't think you were a perpetual burden on me. Anastasia told me something else too. She said you want to be a vet. Well, you can't be a vet without going to college, so you absolutely have to go.
I didn't say I wanted to be a vet. Ugh! Who does she think she is? She doesn't get to decide my future. I just said I thought it might be a cool job.
I think so too, Mackenzie. If anyone can do it, you can. You're the smartest person I know. You can't give up on your future like this. But wow, I can't believe your aunt would say all those things to you. I wonder what the hell's gotten into her. Actually, she told me recently about how you were considering dropping the college idea and finding a job straight out of high school. She said she thought I should be more considerate towards how you felt.
She did? Interesting. It's almost like she's been trying to stop me going to college.
Right? The fact she didn't tell you that I sent you your college fund after finally getting done saving up the money is even more worrying. No way! Is Aunt Petunia planning on stealing the money?
Surely she wouldn't. That's crazy talk. I'll go ask her.
No, don't. Wait. You should ask Uncle Derek first. But even then, you need to be discreet. Don't let on you anything. Come to think of it, it's not impossible that Derek's in on it too.
I don't think he'd do that. It wouldn't make sense. Uncle Derek's always trying to encourage me to go to college.
Good point, you're right. But do you at least understand now? That you have nothing to worry about even if you want to go to college.
But what if Aunt Petunia already spent my college fund?
If that's really what's going on here, I'll make sure she pays back every last cent of it. It's the last thing I do. No matter what crap she tries to pull, she will pay it back. Aunt Petunia, where are you right now?
Huh? Now? I'm out right now.
Please, could you come home?
Huh? Why? Is everything okay?
I'm at your place right now.
Oh, you are? I do wish you'd have told me you were coming. I would have prepared you some coffee and cakes.
I'm really sorry, sweetie, but I'm on my way to a concert right now. It's my favorite singer, and I've been looking forward to this for such a long time. I'm sorry to let you down, but I won't be back until this evening.
No, you need to come home immediately.
What are you talking about? Don't you think you're being a little selfish here? I already bought my ticket. This is pretty much the only thing I've had to look forward to all year. Vivian, is everything all right? Is there something you want to tell me?
The only one being selfish here is you. You bought that ticket with Mackenzie's college fund, didn't you?
Huh? Excuse me? I really have no idea what you're talking about.
I just had a look through your closet. It was full of more expensive designer goods and music merchandise than I've ever seen in my life. You could open a store with all the crap in here. Not only that, but you hid it all away covering it up with old bed sheets so your husband Derek wouldn't find it, didn't you?
You've been rummaging through my closet without my permission? How dare you?
I got Uncle Derek's permission.
He gave you permission? Does that mean he knows?
Yes, he agreed to let me have a look around because he wanted to know where you were getting all your money from. I gotta admit, you did a pretty good job of keeping the wool over everyone's eyes all this time. Me and Mackenzie were told our mom and dad left us behind $35,000 in inheritance money, but the real figure was $70,000, wasn't it?
No, Vivian, you've got this all wrong. Looking after you two cost a lot of money, you know.
Are me and my sister really that expensive? Let's make a liberal estimate and say it costs you $400 a month each to look after us. You only look after me for a year, which would come to $4,800. The 5 years Mackenzie will have been with you, when she graduates high school, comes to a total of $24,000. Even assuming you had all sorts of extra costs on top of that, if you started out with $70,000, you should easily have at least $35,000 of it left.
But, Vivian, please, hear me out. You have no idea how expensive raising girls can be.
I started sending Mackenzie a monthly allowance as soon as I left home and started working. She's proven more than capable of getting by on that. Sure, you may have bought her little things like candy and taken her out to eat every now and then, but whenever it comes to big purchases, I made sure she made them with money I'd sent her to reduce the burden on you as much as I possibly could.
But, Vivian, you have to remember I took the both of you in during your time of need. Taking in 2 girls, one in junior high and one in high school, is a huge commitment. Are you really going to hold this against me after everything I've done for you?
And guess what? It didn't come to anything near what you're saying.
I took you both in on a moment's notice. Surely it's only right that I get to keep half of the money as a fee for my troubles.
I'm not even saying you shouldn't get to keep a little something for yourself. You took on something most people wouldn't. But why didn't you just say that that's what you wanted from the start? We would have probably let you have some of it, if you'd just been honest with us. Oh yeah, and what about Mackenzie's college fund? You know, that freaking enormous sum of money I've been saving up for ever since I started working? Where did that go? It hasn't been seen since I sent it to her bank account.
Oh, that? Well, it's not like it's all gone or anything, but,
Where is it then?
where? I have it stashed away somewhere safe and sound, of course.
I asked Uncle Derek if he could look for it, but he said he couldn't find it anywhere despite practically turning the place upside down after doing some digging. I managed to find the traces of what you did with the money I gave you.
Vivian, I'm so sorry.
So you admit it then? That you stole and spent my parents' inheritance money and the money I spent years saving up so my sister could go to college? That's why you're trying to encourage her to find a job instead of going to college, isn't it?
I felt awful about what I was doing, but as soon as I started spending the inheritance money, I just couldn't stop. Things I just wanted seemed to keep appearing one after the other. First it was a bag in a shop window, then it'd be a restaurant for an advertisement on TV, then a pamphlet about luxury holidays showing up in my mailbox.
You're the worst. It wasn't.
Vivian, please forgive me. I'll do anything. I'll give back your sister's college money. I'll see to it that my husband comes up with it somehow. Huh? Me? By myself? Wait, but that means I'll have to get a job. No, I can't. You wouldn't force your poor old aunt to go out and work, would you?
You should know that Derek said that divorce isn't off the table.
Oh my God, but why? Sure, so maybe I did use a little more of your inheritance than I should, but you two are like daughters to me. I think the world of you.
Is this how you treat your daughters? Geez, I wouldn't want to be your enemy. You may have deceived us, but you know what? That isn't even what hurts the most. Because the feeling of being betrayed by someone you should be able to trust more than anyone in the world hurts a hell of a lot more. It makes me question everything. Was all the kindness all a ploy to get your mitts on our inheritance all along? We'll never know now, because we can't trust another word that comes out of your mouth.
I'm so sorry. I want you both to know how very sorry I am.
You could apologize a million times over, it still wouldn't bring the money back. Forget your empty words. If you're genuinely sorry, how about you show us by finding a job and getting to work on paying it back? You should know that I've been speaking to my grandpa on my dad's side. You know, your dad, he said he wants you out of his life, and that if he never hears from you again, he'll be a happy man.
What? But where am I supposed to go if Derek divorces me? I'll have nowhere. I'll be on the streets.
You're a grown adult. How about you see your brain and come up with a plan by yourself? Your position is a damn sight better than mine and Mackenzie's was when we lost Mom and Dad as teenagers. I'm sure you'll figure out something.
Vivian, please, won't you just hear me out? Listen, I'll forget all about tonight's concert and come home right now, and we can all talk this through together. My husband might be angry and talking about divorce now, but I just know he'll come around and help me come up with the money somehow once he calms down.
I wonder, will he really? I do think it's best for you to come home early, though. Uncle Derek left work early to come back when he found out what was going on. Not only him, but my grandparents on both sides of the family came over on short notice too. If you really think the world of me and my sister, and if you really think of us as your own daughters, you'll do your best to understand our feelings and undo the damage you've caused by working with us to come up with an affordable repayment plan. After returning home, Aunt Petunia was fiercely condemned by virtually the whole family in a chorus of righteous indignation and forced to explain her actions. It started out with the misappropriation of mine and my sister's inheritance money, which, despite being a hefty sum, was no match for her boundless greed, and soon disappeared. After that, desperate to continue her spending spree at all costs, and clearly feeling no shame or remorse, she began using Mackenzie's college fund instead. It was plain for anyone to see that her only motivation was the selfish compulsion to satisfy her unquenchable desire for luxury and extravagance, which meant that naturally she didn't have a single ally or sympathizer, family or otherwise. Eventually, too disgusted with his wife to carry on, Uncle Derek decided to divorce her and cut her out of his life for good. After taking a chunk of her assets after her misdeeds came to light in divorce court, he paid me and Mackenzie back the inheritance his ex-wife had stolen from us in full. As for Mackenzie's college fund, Petunia's dad was kind enough to give his wayward daughter her inheritance early, providing she agreed to promise to pay us back what she owed immediately. Once Petunia's family had their assurances, me and my sister would get back what was ours. They said their goodbyes and vowed never to speak to her again. Upon finding out, she burst into tears in a desperate fit of hysteria, yelled, "But how am I supposed to live now? I'm not going to pretend I feel any sympathy for her." I hope she thinks of her new life of loneliness and isolation as her just deserts for betraying her nieces. But with the amount of hours she's going to be working, I doubt she'll have the time. I'll always be thankful for her taking us in back then, but unfortunately, the shock and sadness of what she did far outweigh our feelings of gratitude. If I can avoid it, I'd rather never see her again. It's difficult to admit, but I feel that some responsibility lies with me. I let her deceive me with her smooth talking because I was so naive and unassuming. It didn't occur to me that someone I was supposed to be able to trust might be capable of betrayal. She taught me a valuable lesson about the world, and I plan to take much better care of my finances from now on. Me and my sister had a heart-to-heart once everything had calmed down. It turns out she actually had her sights set on a certain college all along, and with the air clear of our aunt's lies, she decided to enroll. The college she picked happened to be a 20-minute train ride from my workplace. Woohoo! When I told her I wanted her to move in with me, she burst into tears and gave me what felt like the biggest, tightest hug of my life. Now she's working her butt off for her high college finals to make sure she gets the grades required to get into college. Uncle Derek has been great throughout all this. He said Mackenzie could live with him until she graduated, so she's staying with him for the time being. That we're still his number one priority, despite the fact he just went through a painful divorce, really says a lot about his character. He's a rock, and we'll always appreciate him. Thanks, Uncle Derek. We may have been betrayed by our scheming, deceitful aunt, but we were fortunate enough to be surrounded by a far greater number of loving and supporting family members. We'll never forget how they had our backs in our time of need, and we'll always be grateful, never taking their kindness for granted. I can hardly wait for Mackenzie to move in with me next year. We're gonna have the time of our lives.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.